Hey, what's going on, folks? Today is Tuesday. Actually was supposed to get with y'all yesterday, but a few of you may know who do follow me or know me personally. But anyway, been on the road as of late. Had to take a little road trip with my intern, as you can see. She's not gonna let me talk to y'all too long before she started running her mouth. But anyway, I had to take a quick road trip, so I wasn't able to knock the video out for you guys like I wanted to. But again, y'all gonna have to excuse me. I'm in a foreign city. I'm GPSing everywhere I go, so I'm definitely gonna have my eyes on the phone while I'm chopping up with you guys at the same time. But like I say, the Daily Jews, many of them are pre-written. Like I said, I've been doing them for 3 years. Just decided to go viral with them as of last year. So we're gonna dig back in the crates again on this one. And it was, like I said, it was one I wrote a while ago. But just some recent things I saw. As always, like I tell you guys, I'm a very analytical person. I step back and pay close attention to a lot of the things around me. But nevertheless, Daily Jew is gonna be number 52. It's gonna be about yes men. I'm sure we all know some. We may have played that person one time or another in our lives. I know I have. But yes men, those people equate to liabilities. Their actions towards your actions, or their reaction, should I say, can be a detriment to your growth, to your health, to anything you're doing. Prime example, I was on Instagram, I want to say this morning, and I saw a person that I've been following for a while. He's an older gentleman, but he, and when I say older, I mean like early 40s. I believe he has a 18-year-old daughter, somewhere around there. But anyhow, he has other older individuals that he follows, and from their comments and the things they post, I can tell that they all know each other. They have a common knowledge of each other, maybe friends, family, whatever. But anyway, he tends to post the most meaningless things, the most irrelevant things, the most ignorant things. He references his gang ties on a consistent basis. I could actually go on the page and pull up some actual things he said, but I'm sure we all can use our imagination. Most of our generation is heavy on social media, so I'm sure you can only imagine what a 40-year-old gang member says. But anyway, and again, not to say that there are actual yes men, but the Daily Jew is more so about the people around you holding you accountable and responsible for your actions, and how those people can be liabilities rather than assets, or rather a good piece of the puzzle. And just again, it's always my personal opinion, but I think there has to be a point where the people around you who are really closest to you, and even myself, because I pride myself on saying I'm a conscious man, and I try to hold everybody accountable that I come in contact with. I feel like we all have a responsibility to make the people around us better. Someone in his circle, whether it be his wife, his 18-year-old daughter, or anybody, should, just my opinion again, they should have the decency and enough care for him, for his well-being, for his place on this earth, for his purpose, for his fulfillment, to check him, to pull him by his shirt and say, hey, man, you're nearing the retirement age, and and you're perpetuating a message that only kills and imprisons us. And like I said, I don't know. I'm speaking from opinion only, but I'm willing to bet my last that the hood he claims, the blocks that he's willing to die for, and these messages he perpetuates, he owns nothing in these neighborhoods. He doesn't own a corner. He doesn't have any street signs that has his name on them. He doesn't own a property. And 9 times out of 10, the majority of those individuals that I've met personally, they really don't reside in that area, haven't resided there their whole life. It's usually a grandmother's home or mom's home. 9 times out of 10, she struggled at some point in life with the mortgage or the lights or the water. But this 40-year-old man is willing to fight, go to jail, and die for. So he says via Instagram, for this, for this cement foundation that he owns, nothing of, not a percentage, not nothing. And not even just that, again, with Yes Man, we've seen countless athletes, countless musicians, who just have reckless spending habits. They turn into this whole new individual once they get a taste of notoriety, or once they get a taste of money. And not even just famous people, but people of much stature, even in relationships. And this is where I can point the finger at myself and say, I played Yes Man before too. I've been in relationships with people where I knew their habits were terrible, where I saw them on a downward spiral. Or even with my older brother who's doing 15 years in prison, I stood by and watched many of these things, if not aided, And like I said, I'm transparent. But the last time he was sentenced to prison, many of the illegal narcotics he had were funded by me and a friend and another relative. And like I said, don't need to point out names. I'm just here to speak on me. Like I said, I'm transparent. I can't speak for everybody else. But I played Yes Man, and I've seen the consequences and the things that can come behind, aiding terrible behavior. Just standing by and smiling when you're present and you see them doing something foolish. Just standing by smiling, kiki. I'm just here to say, from personal experience, it's nothing to smile about. It's nothing funny when you're in that courtroom. It's nothing funny when you're traveling, 5 hours out of your city to go visit them in chains in a prison. When you're riding past the cotton fields and things of that nature. And like I said, I speak from a place of experience because I deal with those. And even in relationships, one of the biggest things I see are spending habits. If you can tell your partner is on a downward spiral financially, how do you consistently stand by them, for the sake of their comfortability, and just allow them to, financially destroy themselves? Or if they're doing drugs, simple things like being late to work. How do you not slap them upside the head one morning and say, hey man, you know what, you got to eventually get it together or you're going to get fired. And you being fired is going to, cause turmoil between us because I may have to carry the load by myself, or we may financially just disappear because we no longer have a 2-person household. One of the dumbest things, and I hate using that word, but I'm going to use dumb. Another thing on social media, I never understood how 50 individuals can come together as a unit. They can get together for violence. They can get together to commit crime. They can get together to do drugs. They can post all, these hood pictures, throwing up these signs and claiming this and that. And pictures and things like these get 100 likes. They get 100 comments, All the hood hashtags, the young this, young that. I can go on and on, especially with my city. All the nonsense I see in there. I never understood how 50 heads can get put together and the only thing we could come out with out of that unit was drugs, guns, and arrest records. And again, it goes back to Yes Man. You have to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, progressive individuals, conscious individuals, people who want to see you do better. People who are going to check you when you're slipping. When you're late, they're going to tell you, get it together, man, before you lose your livelihood. When you pick up that gun, he's going to remind you that shooting someone doesn't make you a man. And again, like I said, it's all opinion, but I feel like what makes you a man is being able, like I said in the previous Daily Jew, is having your wits about yourself and being able to have a healthy and educated conversation. It may seem simple, but a lot of your friends cannot do that. They cannot express themselves verbally, definitely not on paper. And like I said, it's even small things. You'll champion ignorance. You'll champion violence. You'll step in and say something in. You'll co-sign that. When you see that friend of yours that doesn't know the difference between two, TWO, TOO, and TO, check them then. When they don't know the difference between women and woman, check them then. like I said, you know, it's simple things at 30, 35, 25 that you should know. And you should surround yourself with conscious individuals that are going to hold you accountable for your actions and theirs. And when you're wrong, they're going to check you. And like I said previously, also on Daily Juice, the internet has become the stomping grounds for drug use, violence. Stop recording your fights for the sake of likes and street credibility. There needs to be someone with you that asks you, you know, first of all, we need to dead the violence anyway. But if you just have to do that, you have to have a smart mind with you that says, hey, this is not something that's made for the internet. Like I said, I was a dispatcher for 4 years. My father's in the Secret Service. My grandfather's been there. My family is deep in the law enforcement. They watch the internet, okay? For those of you who don't know, for those of you who want to, you know, post your drug use, post your weapons collection, or post your violence and your vice, they watch the internet. There gotta be somebody in the circle. You know, they always say, you know, you gotta have that one friend that's gonna tell you to chill. No, you got to have a room full of friends that's gonna tell you to chill. There's nothing cool about that. I understand. We're living in an era where, you know, y'all are seeking credibility. You want to be known. You want to be cool. Indicting or incriminating yourself is not cool. That has to be one of the dumbest things I've seen in this era. And like I said, I hate using the word dumb, but that is absolutely stupid. You are nearly beating people to death on the internet, and all 6 of your friends will pull out cameras and record it. And then they'll wonder why you're in jail. And those same yes men and same friends, they're not going to write you. They're not going to take care of your children. Most of them probably not taking care of themselves. They're not going to take care of your children, and they're not going to come visit you on a consistent basis, and your canteen will not be full. Again, trust me. Like I said, I speak of things I speak of real life situations. I've been in these situations. I've done these things. I've seen how many people were around my brother when he was committing a series of crimes, and I see how many people have visited him, and you know, the almost 6 years that he's been gone. But like I was saying, again, y'all, this is one of those subjects I can go on with forever. You know, whether it be family, friends, or mom making excuses for our irrational behaviors, man, I dealt with that. You know, I've had my mom make excuses with me to countless women as to why I'm cheating on them, why I'm dogging them, why I'm lying to them. You know, I've stood by and watched my brother do a series of things and just smiled and laughed, you know, because that's my brother. And, you know, I'm loyal and I'm this and that. But again, in my opinion, if you're loyal, if you love me, you're going to check for my accountability, my responsibility before anything, not my comfortability. And I understand that's why a lot of us do that. We don't really want to bump heads with those we love. We don't really want to be the one in the group to say, hey, this isn't right, or, you know, go against the grain. We just want to go with the flow because we're so used to peace when it comes to the people we love, and we just don't want to create that turmoil. But I'm here to tell you, you have to be more concerned with their position in life and their progress than their smile. I'm not gonna lie and say it's simple at all. You just have to be more in tune with their inner working and their position in life rather than their smile. Check them when they're slipping. Check them. You know, when they're partaking in things they shouldn't partake in. Check them. When that person who's been drug free all their life start hanging with a certain crowd, and you know, and now they're doing every drug in the book, check them. You know, if you love them, you'll check them. The suckers and the yes men and the leeches and the in crowd, those are the ones who are going to, you know, hooray you and champion you anything you do. You know, whether it be good or bad, they're gonna stand by you and just salute you. When I see you spending money that you don't even have, I'm gonna check you. When I see you talking to your mother like you shouldn't, I'm going to check you. When I see you partaking in, you know, street nonsense or outside madness that you shouldn't partake in, that's not necessary, that's irrelevant, that means nothing to you, I'm going to check you. When I see you post things just of pure ignorance and irrelevance, I'm going to check you. And like I said, y'all, again, just to reiterate it, we have to keep people that have a conscience around us. You got to surround yourself with like-minded people who are headstrong, who don't mind going against the grain every once in a while, and they're going to call it like they see it. Yes men are liabilities. These people are going to hooray us. They're going to pat us on the back and, salute us and co-sign us no matter what direction we go in. And they're going to leave us as soon as adversity hits. And like I said, I speak from a place of experience. I've seen these things. But I'm not going to talk y'all to death today, y'all. As y'all can see, my intern cannot sit still. My other intern fell asleep in the back. We're moving around a foreign city. She's whispered to me already twice that she wants some camera time. So I'm going to let her say hello. Again, this is Daily Jew 52. Yes, ma'am. Of course, the description will be in the bottom. I'm going to catch you all next time. Go ahead, it's all yours. What you want to say?
The camera's up?
Yes, baby, the camera's on.
Hello.
Okay, I won't look at you.
Daddy, stop looking at me.
Okay, I'm not looking at you.
Hello. Nobody. Okay. Stop looking at me.